And you don't get them. All right, your next meeting coming up right now is from San Francisco. Make some noise right now for Neil Vachani, everybody.
What's going on, guys? Man, it's great to see people out. You guys happy to be out? Everybody excited? Yeah, it's great, man. I've had a lot of people, like, recently just saying, like, oh, I can't wait to get to a comedy club. Can't wait to go to a concert. Can't wait to start shooting people. It's seriously, it's crazy. What is up with us? Like, we opened up and then shootings everywhere all of a sudden. I'm like, man, not enough people went to therapy with Noah during the pandemic and bettered themselves, did they? But it's crazy. It makes me feel like the gun control debate is ever so important. I just think everyone's got it wrong. It's always guns don't kill people, people kill people versus, well, it's easier to get a gun than a driver's license. How can that be? Both wrong, right? People don't kill people. Really lonely straight men kill people. That's what it is, all right? There's no bigger women shooters, all right? They can all get laid. That's the problem, all right? Get the research right there. That is what it is, okay? Joe Biden had his whole policy the other day, strip club vouchers, probably not part of it, so it's not gonna work. People always like, oh yeah, well, if you take away guns, they're just gonna find another way to kill you. No, if you get them laid, they're not gonna want to kill anyone, okay? That's it. I'm all for background checks. I think that's a good idea too, but should be pretty easy. Should just be, hey, when, if ever, is the last time that you had sex? That's it. You can scale it from there. You want a 12-gauge shotgun? Sir, that requires sex in the last 2 weeks. You get a butter knife, okay? Oh man, did a lot of TV watching during the pandemic. Watched a lot of food shows. That was one of my things. And I was watching this one. They have the person's story before they go on, and their whole life background. This guy's story is that he's a anesthesiologist during the day and a chef at night. Right, pretty interesting. But then he introduced himself as Chef Dr. Johnson. Sorry, what? Chef Doc? What's that? That's not a real thing, is it? Like, that was irritating enough. Then he doubled down on it and said, oh yeah, it's uncanny how much there is in common between anesthesiology and cooking. No, there isn't, dude. There's nothing. I work in a restaurant. None of us are budding anesthesiologists. Okay, I promise you that. I'm not walking around being like, yeah, I could be a doctor, but minimum wage plus tips. That's what I want. And it doesn't go the other way either, too. It's not like he worked at the hospital cafeteria and picked up anesthesiology while he was there. Like, that's nothing in common. All right, stop it. The worst part is he won the episode of the show, right? $5,000 prize. Like, look, dude, you're not a chef doctor. That doesn't exist. You're just a dick, all right? Give the $5,000 to the chef who needs it, okay?
That's great.
Watch a lot of movies too. Watch a lot of older movies that weren't on like I don't have HBO, so they had commercials, and it's crazy. So I'd start watching something and then I'd switch to something like forget about it. And it'd be like the day I was watching Jurassic Park and ended up watching the end of Pretty Woman. Right? Pretty weird, right? But then it got fun after a while. Like, 'cause I kept doing it. It got really fun. Like, I was watching Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. You haven't seen that, it's Jim Carrey trying to figure out who stole this dolphin. He's getting really, really close. Gets to the end, and then all of a sudden, Kevin Spacey sends him his wife's head in a box. Like, whoa, I did not see that coming. That shit was crazy. I was watching the Scooby-Doo movie, and they're trying to figure out who's haunting Scooby Island. And turns out Shaggy is indeed Kaiser Soze. Holy crap! Brilliant filmmaking. Genius. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about I get the excitement for things opening up, but I thrived during the pandemic. I enjoyed the quiet. People ask me, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm not going to do anything. That's like the one thing I learned during this whole time. Like, I enjoy doing nothing. Like, it was great for me. Like, this is great. I actually had COVID. It was fucking fantastic. Like, nobody wanted to come near me, understandably. Like, I couldn't go anywhere. I was like, oh, I just get to sit in my room? This is great. Like, a lot of comedians didn't like Zoom comedy. I loved it. Like, you think I want to drive to Burbank tonight? No. I want to roll out of my bed, hop over the 3 to 5 pizza boxes that are there, sit in a chair, and then do comedy at a much lower standard. Yeah, it was great. It's fantastic. Well, aren't you lonely? Don't you miss people? Lonely? It's fucking lonely before, man. Are you kidding me? Like, now that everyone's back out, it's driving me nuts. Like, before, during COVID, I had the excuse. I'm like, oh, there's no one here. I can't date anybody. Now, I'm very aware of my inability to land a woman. It's like, oh, yeah, back to this. This sucks. I just want to get back to normal. I went to a bar for the first time in a while, like a crowded bar. Everyone's out. It's crazy. I got bit by a grown man. All right, cool. Yeah, just drunken breaking up a fight. Yeah, cool. You guys all ready for normal? Well, good luck. That's it. So have fun with that. It's a guy. I don't know if you saw this. You know the world turned to Zoom during the pandemic. You guys know who Jeffrey Toobin is? Yeah, if you don't, he was a CNN and New Yorker contributor who got fired for because he got caught jerking off on a Zoom meeting. And yeah, look, he didn't know his camera was on. It's fine, but my question is, what the fuck? Why are we jerking it all the time? Like everyone left the office like, well, I guess I can jerk off more now. So that's what we're gonna do. I feel like every time you're on a Zoom meeting from now on, if the camera's off, I assume like at least 40% of the people are jerking off. At least the dudes. It's so crazy. I don't get it. Here's the thing. He's 60. He's 60. How does that happen? You take a Viagra before work in the morning? Like, I don't get it. Like, if I get to 60 and I haven't found someone to jerk me off, that's it. I failed, right? I'm giving up. I'm not going to be jerking off in front of my coworkers. I'm like, nah, that's it. I'm done. Like, it makes no sense to me. The worst part is when they fired him. They said, oh, we wanted to, make sure that, there's a sense of safety and everybody upholds our workplace standards. Yeah, but they took 30 days to fire him, right? If it takes you 30 days to figure out whether or not jerking off in front of your coworkers is a violation of your workplace standards, yeah, your standards are a little loose, okay? Also, I'd like to work there for at least 30 days. The crazy thing is that he actually got his job back yesterday. I've been doing this joke the whole time. He got rehired yesterday. What the fuck is that? Are you kidding me? I've been fired from a couple jobs, right? For something way, way, way less damaging than jerking off from in front of your coworkers. Like, I don't understand how this happens. I guess I'm just looking for the wrong jobs, right? I'm going to be reading those employee handbooks for the first time in my life now. I'll be like, is this one of the ones where you can jerk off? I want that. Yes. It's okay here. Good Lord. I went to the doctor, had to get an endoscopy, like check your esophagus out. And that's how I know I'm getting old. He's like, oh yeah, your age. He's like, I like to do a colonoscopy at the same time. Like, well, thanks for the hookup, bro. Real quick, these are separate pieces of equipment, right? Because if not, I've got a very specific order in which I'd like to proceed, okay?
Amen.
One of the crazy things, though, I don't know if you remember when the pandemic started, there was, we were all in a panic, and they had people getting out of med school early. They're just like, oh, we're just gonna send them in the workforce. We need medical people.
Oh my God.
Let them go. They gotta go back, right, and finish.
Yeah.
Like, I hope so, right? You finish your training at Starbucks early. Cool, that's no problem, right? You get out of prison early. Yeah, good for you. I don't ever want to be in a situation where I walk in and my surgeon's like, I look at him and I'm like, yeah, it says you went to Harvard Med School. And he's like, yeah, but I got out early. Scalpel. No, dude, I don't know what's happening here. What did you say? It's not okay. What else is going on? Things are opening up, and in Florida, this guy's getting in trouble. This plastic surgeon. He put up a billboard on the beach. This hot girl, and it says, "Keeping America's beaches beautiful." And people are pissed. I'm like, what? What does that mean? You saying that non-beautiful people don't belong at the beach? Like, non-beautiful people don't belong at the beach? They don't. It's not that. And not saying you can't go, right? Like, I don't belong on the beach. I can go. I don't belong on speed skates, right? I don't think so, right? No, I can do it. Not good for me. I downloaded this motivational quote app the other day. Total mistake. Like, it started out good. It was all these good ones, and I paid for it. And they started getting shitty and shittier. And then it spit out one day. It is what it is. How is that motivational? Like, that's not good at all. Like, I get this business model with Tinder, right? There's a bunch of hot women liking you, and then you pay for their thing, and it's just like overweight men. Yeah, I get it. Okay, that's how they hook you in. But this is a motivational quote app, right? I'm basically paying you to Google quotes for me. Like, you can't find the shittiest ones. That's not motivational at all. Can you imagine if Neil Armstrong did that when he went on the moon? It was just like, hey, Houston, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it looks exactly like it does to you on Earth. I just happen to be closer to it. Just a lot of rock. It is what it is. Yeah, didn't need to come up here. Just so you know. I don't know if you guys saw this, but did you see that tiger that was running around Houston for a while?
Yes.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with those people? They're just going about their business like everything's okay. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's insane. Like, if I walk past a lost tiger sign, I'm not going to go just strolling along and get a latte. Like, everybody's going about their business like everything was normal. Super, super crazy to me. I mean, like, if you're on safari, right, and you're like, hey, I don't know where that tiger went. Cool, that kind of makes sense. You're at the club in Houston, you're like, I don't know where that tiger went. You got a problem, man. You got to run. Speaking of that, I got to run, guys. Thanks so much. That's my time.
Yeah. Keep it going for Neil, everybody.